This week a post lit up every feed, Qwen3.7-Max, the agent frontier. A model that allegedly beats Claude and DeepSeek at coding, runs autonomously for 35 hours straight, and writes GPU kernels by itself. The benchmarks look stunning. There's just one problem. When we went looking for the actual model, we couldn't find it. So today we do the thing nobody else did, we check the claims, one by one. First, the pitch on its own terms. Qwen3.7-Max is described as a proprietary model built for the agent era, a single foundation that writes and debugs code, automates office work through tool calls, and sustains autonomous execution across hundreds or thousands of steps. The headline boast is breadth, one model that performs well no matter which agent framework you drop it into, Claude Code, Qwen Code, or OpenClaw. That's the promise. Now the evidence. Here's the scoreboard the post puts forward, and remember, every number here is claimed by the announcement, not independently confirmed. On KernelBench, 69.7, ahead of DeepSeek. On SWE-bench verified, 80.4, neck and neck with Opus. On SWE-bench Pro, 60.6. On GPQA Diamond, 92.4. Strong numbers. But notice something important, every one of these benchmarks is real and respected. That detail matters more than you'd think, we'll come back to it. The technical story behind the breadth is genuinely interesting. The claim is that the model was trained across many different agent harnesses, not just one, so it learns to solve the task itself instead of memorizing a single framework's tricks. In practice that means you point it at a task, it plans, it calls tools, bash, file edits, run, profile, reads the result, and loops, sometimes across thousands of steps. The same loop, the claim goes, works whether you run it through Claude Code, Qwen Code, or OpenClaw. The flagship demo is the one everyone shared. The model is given a GPU attention kernel on hardware it has never seen, an empty workspace, no documentation, and left to run. Over roughly 35 hours and more than 1100 tool calls, it allegedly rewrites and profiles the kernel again and again, ending at a 10-time speedup. Rivals, run under the same setup, are claimed to reach less, GLM at 7.3, Kimi at 5, DeepSeek at 3.3. Impressive, if it happened. Note, there's no public log, trajectory, or third-party replay to inspect. So we did the boring, essential work, we tried to verify it. Qwen publishes its models openly, on GitHub and on HuggingFace. We checked both. The newest real entry is Qwen 3, from 2025. There is no Qwen 3.6, no Qwen 3.7, no Qwen3.7-Max anywhere in the official repositories. The official blog link renders blank. The only place the full announcement actually lives is a cluster of SEO blogs, and they don't even agree with each other on the release date or the price. That is a classic fingerprint of a fabricated model. To be fair and precise, Qwen is very real, and very good. The genuine flagship is Qwen3.7-Max and its thinking variant, released in 2025 with around 250,000 token context. Qwen Code, the coding tool, is real and on NPM. OpenClaw is a real open-source agent. The trick of the fake announcement is to wrap a model that doesn't exist in a blanket of things that do, real products, real benchmark names, real rivals, so it all feels legitimate. One name in there, QwenRobotClaw, is invented too. So let's give you what the post couldn't, a real comparison. In coding agents today, the verified frontier is Claude Opus, closed, premium, the quality bar. Against it sits a wave of open-weight Chinese models that are genuinely strong and far cheaper, DeepSeek V4 Pro, Kimi K2.6, and GLM 5.1, all open and downloadable. And the real QwenMax sits among them, proprietary, capable, mid-priced. That's the honest landscape, one premium closed leader, and a cluster of cheap open challengers closing the gap. Now the question you actually asked, how reliable is the cost? The announcement quotes a price for Qwen3.7-Max, but since the model can't be confirmed, that price is meaningless. So here are the real, official rates per million output tokens. Claude Opus, $25, the premium tax. The real QwenMax, $6. GLM 5.1, $4.40. Kimi K 2.6, $4. And DeepSeek V4 Pro, just 87 cents, roughly 30 times cheaper than Opus. That spread is the real story of 2026. Here's why this matters for your wallet. A benchmark you can't reproduce and a price for a model you can't buy are both worthless for planning. If Qwen3.7-Max is meant to be the real Qwen Max, then you're paying $6 per million output tokens, capable, but not the cheapest, and well above the open models. The reliable move isn't to trust a leaderboard screenshot. It's to take a model you can actually call, run your own task on it, and watch the bill. Real cost comes from a real invoice, not an announcement. This is the trap, and it's worth naming. Every benchmark in that post is real: TerminalBench, SWE-bench, KernelBench, GPQA. Every rival is real. The harnesses are real. Surround a model that doesn't exist with enough true facts, and the fake inherits their credibility. Real benchmark names do not prove a real model ran them. A score with no reproducible run behind it is just a picture of a number. That's the difference between a claim and a result. So keep 4 checks in your pocket for the next viral model. 1. Can you find it at the source, the official repo or model page, not a blog? 2. Are the weights or the API actually available to call? 3. Is there a reproducible run, a trajectory, a log, a leaderboard you can re-execute? 4. Do independent people confirm it? Qwen3.7-Max fails all 4. The real models around it pass. That's how you tell a frontier from a mirage.
Remember one line about AI hype. A benchmark is a claim. A reproducible run is the receipt. Numbers are easy to print and easy to fake. A model you can download, call, and rerun is the only thing that pays. Until then, it's a story.
The real Qwen models are genuinely excellent. Go use Qwen3.7-Max, it exists. But Qwen3.7-Max, the agent frontier? Until a primary source, real weights, or a reproducible run shows up, treat it as a story, not a product. If you want the tech sorted from the hype, subscribe to Technologia today. We read the announcement, then we check it.